Welcome back to the Break the Ring podcast. This is episode 7. This is being filmed on the 4th of November. It is Monday. We got Raw tonight. And I am your host, Jonas, and my co host.
Parker.
um, yeah, as you can tell, like I said last episode, he was dabbling in a little something beforehand.
Yeah, let's
No,
never talk about
yeah,
that ever again.
I don't know what was going on last week. Last week was not a good podcast episode, and I really apologize for how bad these have been recently.
Everything we said.
I don't know what was wrong with us. I really don't.
Let's just
Let's forget about that. Let's forget about the podcast episode and move into this one. All right,
Bean.
stop. Uh, Today we have Raw from the past week as well as a pretty good NXT leading up to the 2300 Arena show. We also have Crown Jewel predictions. As you can see, this title has stayed above my head. Yeah. So, starting with Raw. Previously, last week on Smackdown, Jay and Jimmy Uso cost Tama Tonga and Tonga of the New Bloodline the WWE Tag Team Championships, uh, leaving MCMG as the new champs. The brothers have come face to face on Raw in order to work through the issues that led to them fighting at WrestleMania. After they kind of work things out, they are in the ring when the Bloodline attempt to unleash retaliation for what they did on SmackDown. It basically just ended up standing tall and kind of just leading up to Crown Jewel. They explained how, because some people are like, they shouldn't have gotten back together this early, but they were saying, we're brothers, we fight, we get, you know what I mean? They're saying just as much as we fight, we forgive. So it was a nice little segment.
That was pretty cool. I like it.
Moving on to Sheamus versus Ludwig Kaiser. The Celtic Warrior wins this match. Sheamus wins the match. Renewing the rivalry between the two men. Classic Sheamus fashion. He hit a
Yeah.
brutal bro kick and, won the match.
Scary.
I do have one thing to say about the 2 hour Raws, though. Ever since
What?
they moved to 2 hours, they've been having a lot of squash matches.
They have a lot of shorter matches at
Because coming
least.
up next is Ivy Nile versus Lena Vega,
Mm.
which was like a 5 minute match at most. The Creeds interfered in the match, sparking a new
Yeah,
little
they
rivalry.
when you say that, it sounds bad, especially guys interfering in a women's match. It's like they just beat up Zelina or something, which they didn't. Obviously, I promise.
No, Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wild of LWO were also there, so that's who they went after. So we might be seeing another weird faction battle between the two.
What?
And yeah, Nile won the match. Nothing crazy. That match was mid. The
Yes,
best
big.
part of the best part of this night was Bronson calls out Seth after he's doing a little promo for a parking lot brawl prior to the show, prior to the Crown Jewel show,
Mm.
where they just obliterate each other. Like it was so dumb.
It was funny.
Uh,
Bailey in the background not doing anything.
she was there.
She was on a truck.
Oh,
There's WWE tweeted about it. Like, really, Bailey, you're not doing anything?
it was funny. Eventually, after fighting for a bit, Bronson got into the back of the trailer truck, and then Seth threw a trash can at him.
That was funny.
And he hit like a tsunami through tables. It was wild. Or no, wasn't it a curb stomp through the table? I don't know. It was something like that. But yeah, that just kind of ended it. And they were like, all right, we got to get this match done. Uh, the War Raiders are the number one contenders for Judgment Day's tag titles, whichever one they're going to be called. I don't know. They beat Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee, as well as who else? Was it New Day?
Yep.
Yeah, it was a New Day, Dragon Lee, Mysterio, and yeah, okay. Um, it was a pretty fast match. Like I said, they've been doing faster matches. Chad Gable came out of nowhere to attack Rey Mysterio,
Hmm.
um, which led to War Raiders pinning, pinning after a German suplex for the win.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that was a decent
I
match. I
think
liked it.
I don't know if this is a hot take or not. I think they should win tonight and become tag champs.
War Raiders.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
hundred
don't care.
percent.
Just what they haven't done Jack Diddley squat with these titles, bro.
Yeah, I genuinely don't see I don't see a reason for Judgment Day to hold him anymore, and they're already plotting a breakup with like Dom and Carlito. I'm pretty sure, or something like that. So I think that they're
Well,
gonna
who
lose
knows?
him,
Who
and
knows?
it might not
Dominic,
happen tonight.
by the end of tonight, Dominic Mysterio might be a champion, number one contender for Gunther, because
Okay, I'm just gonna
after
say I did see the spoiler for that match.
oh, you saw who won?
Yep,
Oh, I don't know who won.
I won't say anything.
Dominic beats Damian Priest to become part of that Fatal Four Way.
Mm.
But yeah, he won cheap. What did he do?
You know it was pre-recorded, right? The Raw.
Yeah, because it's in Saudi.
Yeah, yes, it was yesterday.
Um, just the classic, Judgment Day interference leading to the win. They kind of just took the attention off of Priest, and then, I mean, yeah, he took a chair to Carlito and McDonough, which is how he got rolled up by Dom. Which I think that was a horrible way to end the show.
Yeah, it was.
Especially with it being Priest and like an actually like crazy champion. Not that Priest wasn't a good champion; he was a great champion. His matches were very entertaining.
Yeah, I was
But
honestly hoping it would have
if it
been.
was Goldberg, I would have cried.
I would have liked that. Okay, I get people don't like Goldberg.
He is having a retirement match, though. You know that, right? He's having another match.
Yeah, he announced it. Um, I don't take wrestling too seriously. I like watching it for fun. So when I see the Twitter wrestling community
The
get real
IWRC or something.
internet wrestling community,
Yeah.
IWC. When I see people getting mad over like Goldberg coming back or somebody not winning a title, I honestly find it funny just because
You like to fight with people. I've seen some of your tweets.
oh yeah, I love arguing with people, bro. It's so fun. I just like seeing people get mad over stuff that's obviously pre-planned and eventually stuff's gonna happen.
That's so funny.
Fiend, fiend.
Okay, what? Are you okay? Ignore him right now. Moving over to Tuesdays.
Parker.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Moving over to NXT on Tuesday. Show started off with. Alright, Parker, shut up.
Fiend.
Tatum Paxley defeats Wendy Chu in a casket match, which is pretty cool. It was the
First
first
women's casket match ever.
and the first casket match on NXT, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, Sly King?
Stop. Wendy Chu brought a bunch of weapons, to this match. She brought a lot of stuff to it.
Yeah, she did bring some interesting weapons.
She smashed her through a dollhouse, and then
that was funny.
Slammed her on a bunch of Lego blocks. Both members of this match fell into the casket, but since there's, only two members, the match continued. Paxley slammed Wendy Chu through her own bed and put her in the casket to win the match.
Yes.
That
was I really like that match. I like the little there's a new meme going around with Wendy Chu and Tatum Paxley sitting up right next to Wendy while they're both in the casket. I also like the fact that, especially for the first women's casket match, they did a pretty good job, especially with some unique weapons and stuff like that.
Should I put my Halloween costume at the beginning of this?
Yes.
Parker said I look sexy as my part.
I didn't say that. No.
I have the receipts, but I won't show them because I don't want to get everything else leaked. Then we had Trick trying to get Bubba Ray Dudley to be his tag team partner at the 2300 Arena show. They kind of go back and forth. Trick thanks him for, saving him at Halloween Havoc. After, baiting the crowd, being like, should I wear the tie-dye or the camouflage? He says, unfortunately, I'm going to have to decline your offer, and then he walks away.
Yeah.
Then we had actually a sleeper match. I didn't think it was going to be this good. Lexis King versus Charlie Dempsey for the NXT Heritage Cup. Charlie Dempsey, son of William Regal, face Lexis King, who had William Regal in his corner. Dempsey takes round one in like 2 minutes after a butterfly suplex to secure the first fall. They were playing a knee injury with Lexis King in round two. But he's still trying to be his thing where I'm not my father, which I get. That's why he's Lexis King and not Pillman Jr. So I don't know where they're going with that because he didn't want to. He didn't want to. He apologized to Regal multiple times because he feels bad for having him come out to be his corner man if he's just gonna fail this bad. But yeah, quickly after he was hit with a German suplex, and Charlie Dempsey retained his Heritage Cup.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it
That was
was
a
a
pretty
pretty
good
good.
match. I found it really funny that Charlie Dempsey's dad is in like the other corner. It's just I just find it funny.
Yeah, it was kind of ironic because we haven't seen Regal in a while. After his contract ended with AEW, I know he popped up, but I think they're waiting for War Games because they're probably gonna War Games, this whole thing.
War
Uh,
games.
yeah, he always does it. Which Adam Pearce did a good job last year of doing it, but
He did.
um, we had the debut of Zarya against Brinley Reese. Uh, um, I mean, it was a squash match, so nothing crazy. She like dislocated her elbow and then popped it back. And then I don't know. She hit an F5, which people are like going crazy over.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar's returning.
No,
I honestly thought that he was gonna. Okay, hear me. Okay, listen. I genuinely had a little feeling that he could have came out if Gunther won at Crown Jewel,
there was a chance.
but my guess is Brock Lesnar is gonna return eventually. My guess is next year in the Rumble. Stop
Bro,
shaking your head.
there's no way he returns. He has like 18 charges. There's no way.
Well, none of them are guilty. He's not guilty yet.
Exactly, he's not innocent either.
You're innocent until proven guilty.
Depends on whose eyes you
Just
can.
tell him to plead the fifth. He'll be fine.
You should be a judge.
Yeah, I actually should. I'm pretty good with this stuff.
You wouldn't fit in the chair. That's the only part. Um, I mean, yeah, it was a solid. All right, Parker. You
I'm in
done?
the thick of it.
Parker,
Everybody knows.
stop, genuinely, or else this is gonna have to get fully done over, dude. Alright, moving on. After the match, Fatal Influence looked to, get their revenge after they got attacked on Halloween Havoc, but were stopped because Kalani Jordan came out because they beat her for her title. Julia came out. Stephanie Vaquer came out. And TNA's Jordan Grace.
That was, you know what I'm saying? That
Um,
was crazy. I didn't know what to
Many
say.
are saying that's gonna be a War Games match, which I
I
don't
would
don't
go crazy
don't
over
mind
it.
it. Kalani Jordan beats Nikita Lyons, which I'm pretty sure doesn't isn't she getting a title match now? She's getting her rematch clause.
I'm pretty sure.
Um, I mean I don't know. Nikita Lyons mid. She went for a Vader bomb, but Rizzo, which I hate that name so much. Rizzo from the D'Angelo family, Adriana Rizzo. I don't know that.
Yeah.
Are you serious, dog? Sorry. Um, yeah, no. She got distracted. Kalani Jordan hits her split-legged moonsault to win the match, which has become like her. I swear. At first, it was her signature, and then now it's like her like kick outable finisher. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's kind of like becoming a big thing right now is moonsaults for the women's division because we have Tiffany, we've got Kyrie or not Kyrie, Io,
We got
and
Lonnie.
yeah, all of them.
We also have Souls, which isn't really a moonsault, but in a way, so the Soul Snatcher is a moonsault.
Because
Just
yeah, she does
instead
like
of
a
landing
moonsault
on
with a
somebody,
cutter,
you grab somebody.
which that's a nasty cutter too. Because those
Yeah, it
oh,
is. That's like one of my favorite women's finishers right now. I think it is my favorite.
that and the
Actually,
Riptide
besides
or
Pop Rock.
no, Oblivion is so nasty,
I I'm not a big fan personally.
dude. The only person to kick out of it is Rhea. Don't forget.
That's true.
Um, then we end up having Bubba Ray Dudley in the ring with both Ridge Holland and Ethan Page, who he has major beef with right now. They kind of argue for a bit. And then afterwards, the two men attack the Hall of Famer, who is saved by Trick, returning the favor from Halloween Havoc. And that's when we get it. Bubba Ray Dudley will have a match this Wednesday at the 2300 or ECW Arena with Trick Williams
I still find
against
that
Ridge and
crazy.
Ethan. How is he coming back?
I don't know. I thought he had a thing like Triple H had, like a heart thing
I
where
thought he
he
was
can't
just
rest.
done.
Huh?
I thought he was done.
Same. That's probably gonna be his last match.
Oh, I messed up here. After the match, Adriana Rizzo and Nikita Lyons brawled around ringside, where it was revealed that Lyons was the attacker from a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, I mean, hey. This, oh my god, this main event was so good until the end. I didn't like the way they ended it.
Mm.
And unless what happens for next week's show makes it really good, I don't like this ending. Fraxium and Javon Evans and Cedric Alexander have a match for the tag team championships, which is like an NXT classic, dude. That was so good. They were
That was
hitting
really good.
Evans.
Skibbity,
Evans and
skibbity.
Cedric were hitting like synchronized like
Oh,
frog
Javon Evans
splashes.
is 100% gonna be a future world
Oh,
champion.
for sure. He's like that skin. But I think I don't know, dude. They might ricochet him.
Huh?
They might end up doing him like ricochet.
I will cry.
That's where I hate that mid
Like
card
I'll go into
spot.
Triple H's office and like they'll pretend those are like gunshots in Fortnite.
The mid card spot is like the hardest place because you never tell if they're actually gonna make it or not.
Hard.
Um, yeah, they were hitting some cool moves. They were like synchronized splashes. They're fighting inside the ring, but Javon Evans costed his team the gold. Evans and Cedric were in a great position to win the match, but Wesley came to ringside and Javon left fighting with Wesley all the way backstage. Even after the match, um, yeah, Cedric Alexander does lose his now 1-on-2 tag team match for the championships. Um,
Sorry.
After the match, Evans and Lee are still fighting backstage when they are broken up by RVD and Ava.
That was crazy. RVD. He's
And
probably gonna be a special guest ref, but I
don't
want him to
don't
fight.
quote me on this, but he says something along the lines of, "I've got it. I know what I'm gonna do next week. I'll see you there." And then the show goes off the air, something like that. Which I mean, I'm guessing it's gonna be a special guest referee, but everybody wants Javon versus RVD.
I hope RVD's in a triple threat with them.
That would be insane. I don't know why they do that, but it'd be hilarious. But yeah,
Yeah.
solid NXT. It's really another like go home show back to back weeks because of the 2300 arena. I mean, yeah, it was pretty cool. Then we have Dynamite. Do you want to say anything before we go into Dynamite or no?
Um. No, I mean that episode of NXT, in my opinion, is personally better than Raw. In my opinion, don't
Yeah, I
shoot
agree.
me, please. Um, but I genuinely feel like NXT is the best wrestling show we talked about right now.
Right now, for sure.
Right now,
They have the
definitely.
best women's division.
100%.
Zarya, you got Kalani. You got who else? Who else? Who else? Um, um, Jordan Grace maybe.
Definitely. Once she like, um, you know,
And then
um,
the two that just came in.
Stephanie and Julia.
Yeah,
Okay, you
because
forgot their names. What the sig?
I wasn't thinking. But like, dude, in like a year or two, when they're on the main roster, that women's division will be stacked. Like, think about all these. We can have Io and Julia, which is they can run back their Stardom match, which is like a
Yeah.
classic. Like, a lot of these women would be good in a match together.
Yeah.
Dynamite started off with Orange Cass.
Sorry.
Dynamite started off with Orange
Must
Cassidy.
be why.
Bro, what are you doing?
Sorry, I had too much to eat. I burped. My fault.
Alright. Orange Cassidy states that at Full Gear, he will beat Jonathan Moxley for the AEW World Championship and restore the company. I mean, I wish he would win this title because he's so good, but there's no way. There's so much more to the story that we haven't even thought of. You know what I mean? To come out of this,
Yeah.
because we still don't know why he's doing it. He just doesn't. I don't know. He hates what it's become, but he doesn't know why. It's I don't know. Moving on to one of the best Dynamite matches from this year: Adam Cole versus Buddy Matthews and Adam Cole's return. Buddy was countering Panama Sunrises like he had been studying them for months. Like, I don't even know. He was working Cole's ankle. He stomped on it very hard, where it looked like the doctors were gonna have to take him away. And as they were walking to the back, Buddy grabbed them. Buddy grabbed the mic and started taunting him. He's like, "This is exactly what I mean. You're just fragile. I want the old Adam Cole." Cole shoves the doctors, like almost runs back to the ring while he's limping. And yeah, I mean, he just destroyed the rest of this match.
Yeah. Dynamite.
Also, has Buddy Matthews just become Seth?
Basically, yeah, he
was hitting curb stomps and buckle bombs. Like, what? Out of nowhere, literally out of nowhere, he hit like a knee strike into a curb stomp into a buckle bomb. But then Cole got back up, ended up getting a Panama Sunrise, which actually knocked Buddy out of the ring, which was kind of funny.
That was funny.
And then once back in the ring, Cole lowered his knee pad and hit the boom. So, okay.
Yeah, that was honestly I was gonna say something about that match.
But the thing that made this match really good was after the fact. With what happens next, kind of seems like his 3 matches will be like a gauntlet between the House
real
of Black.
Quick before say the last part of the match, it might come back to me.
Buddy got hit with a Panama Sunrise, but ended up on the floor after getting some energy from it. Cole lowered his knee pad to hit the boom knee strike and pinned Buddy Matthews for the win.
Oh, I was gonna say something about a freaking knee strike. I think. I can't remember.
Was it when he out of nowhere knee striked and then hit the curb stomp and the buckle bomb?
I don't know. I'm sped right now. I don't know what I'm.
Okay.
I can't think.
Adam Cole grabs a mic and says, "Buddy, I know what you did, and I appreciate it. You reminded me who the real Adam Cole is, and for that, I thank you." Cole puts out his hand to shake with Buddy, and as they shake, the arena lights go out, and when they come back, this is probably one of the coolest shots recently. Malachi Black's shaking his hand, and Buddy's just watching.
Yeah.
It was pretty sick.
That was an interesting.
Which at first I was like, did he like sign a deal with them? Is he part of the house now? But then, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be a match between like the entire House of Black, which will probably build up his credibility to get to MJF at Full Gear. Which Wednesday this week is gonna be good. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna watch all of NXT, but I definitely will watch the Bubba Ray Dudley match. Which, listen, they should have the hardcore match actually be hardcore and not like that Terry Funk one. Because I know Terry Funk did not feel honored by that because it was horrible. Like,
yeah.
There was a brawl between Mox's crew and the entire locker room which brought out Private Party, leading to their AEW Tag Team Championship match against the Bucks. If Private Party loses, they split up forever. Never again will we see them together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, as everything's going on, the Bucks music hits. And they just come up out of the EVP Vader, or the Cody Vader, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they get to their match. They do their gimmicky stuff where they pump up the Reeboks and invited Zay to the Superkick party where they were just trading shots. And I was like, yep, this is how it goes out. They go for the EVP trigger, but hit each other after Zay ducks his head. They go for another one and hit it this time, but Zay kicked out. He has been kicking out the EVP trigger like it's nothing. He was eating them recently, and I know a lot
Mm-hmm.
about eating. Sorry. I okay. Matt Jackson planted Zay with a one-winged angel Kenny Omega move, but also I forgot they hit a V trigger, so they're fully just
Oh
calling out
yeah, I saw
Kenny.
that. That was
Uh,
pretty cool.
but Quen jumped in just in time to break up the pin. I also forgot to talk about how Quen got hit with a tombstone pile driver by Okada out of nowhere. He just kind of came out of nowhere,
Yeah, that was really random.
and then that's what led to him having to break up the pin. Um, Private Party hit, or so Zay crushed and crushed. When I say crushed, I mean crushed. Nick Jackson's head into the mat with a poison rana. Private Party nailed the gin and juice to pin
Mm-hmm.
Nick Jackson and are now the AEW World Tag Team Champions. The Bucks are then backstage, fleeing the arena, shredding papers and packing. They leave Brandon Cutler behind, who then gets jumped by Mox's crew. When Christopher Daniels tries to stop them, he gets attacked too.
Yep. I'm gonna say so. Jonas, right when they won the titles, Jonas texted me what all caps. And I said, "Holy shit!" Because I honestly wasn't expecting that,
I thought
especially for it not being the main event.
I was so sad too. I was like, they're not winning.
um, and then he also said something. Oh, I can't say that. I'm
What
gonna copy it and send it to you.
what did I say?
I'm gonna copy it and send it to you. Both things.
What did I say?
I'm copying both the things that you said. That I probably can say the bottom one, but not the top one.
Oh, oh, oh. Basically, um, when oh, did I think I missed that completely. What I did I forget to mention that match? Oh no, that was last week. I don't know. That was the
Are
week
you
before.
fat? I'm
I don't
sorry.
know. So if you don't remember, the goat, Mark
Chris
Briscoe
Jericho.
lost his title to Jericho because of Big Bill and Brian Keith. I basically just said I hate Big Bill and I hope Chris Jericho gets hit 9 times because he's in Nueve.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we had the main event: Swerve Strickland versus Shelton Benjamin. Pretty decent match. Swerve hit a missile drop kick, then house call, then a 450, but Shelton kicked at 2. Swerve then hit a flatliner, power bomb, and yeah, I mean he was just destroying for like 90% of the game, for 90% of this match. He hit another Swerve stomp to win. After the match, MVP was mad, and he immediately just goes, "Come out here now, right now." And yeah, the lights go out. Swerve music was cut off, and when the lights return, Bobbly Lashley made his
You
debut
okay?
in
When I'm okay, I'm
AEW.
sorry. Whenever somebody debuts or returns, you have to stutter when announcing it. Like,
What?
bro, freaking when what's his
Zaria?
face? Huh?
Zaria.
So, bro, whenever somebody returns or debuts, you have to he Bobby Lashley Bobby Lashley debuted in AEW. Oh my God, bro.
He stepped in the ring to stare down with Swerve. Shelton distracted him for a split second, long enough for Lashley to slam his forearm right into Swerve's face.
Mean,
He chokeslammed Swerve while MVP held back Prince Nana and kind of just like I don't know, he was stomping him out. Uh, Shelton super kicked Nana's head off. Bobby Lashley locked Swerve in the Hurt Lock. Security ran down trying to break things up, but the Hurt Syndicate were just too much to handle, and they're back. And the MVP goes, "Guess who's back in business?" It's the Hurt Business.
I hope Private Party joins them.
Why, Parker?
Stop.
Why do you say that? Moving over to SmackDown, which was a pretty mid SmackDown, because it was pre-recorded. Okay. Nia Jax came to face to face with Liv Morgan ahead of their Women's Crown Jewel Championship match on Saturday. Tiffany informed Nia that she will take one of their titles at the PLE, and it's not gonna be Liv specifically. It could be Nia. Um, Liv smacks Tiffany, or Tiffany smacks Liv, and Liv goes, "Get me a ref." And when we come back from ad, they're having a match where Liv Morgan takes the win. And they were just taking hits from the Money in the Bank briefcase every 2 seconds.
Okay, real quick, you forgot to mention this one part that I thought was funny. And
I know you're gonna say, yeah.
So Tiffany was trying to think about reasons why she should cash in on one of them, like specific reasons, and she goes to Liv. All right, Liv, I know something that can help me make this decision easier. If I take that title, does that mean he comes with me too? Pointing at Dominic.
Who's she talking about?
I could use a little bit of dirty in my life. Dirty Parker, right here. I mean, hey.
Okay.
Anyways,
Parker hasn't taken a shower in 6 years.
What?
Nothing.
You still haven't showered in 6 years?
The Profits defeat Pretty Deadly, which the funniest part was when they were coming.
You said didn't shower.
No, I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
What did you say?
Nothing.
So when I go back in this episode tomorrow, what did you say?
You don't say anything. The Street Profits defeat Pretty Deadly, and when they were coming out to the ring, Lin-Manuel Miranda was there because they were still in New York. And they handed him the playbill and a CD to the Pretty Deadly musical, and he just goes, "No, I don't want this." And he just I don't know, he threw it away probably. Nothing crazy happened. The Profits defeat them. I mean, it's pretty easy. In the heated moments of the tag match between Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell and Bayley and Naomi, Bayley collided with Naomi on the apron and accidentally tagged Naomi into the match. LeRae didn't realize this and attempted to roll up, or attempted to pin Bayley, but this little mix-up resulted in the Poison Pixie, which I don't know why they call her that, but I wanted to just let you know. Poison Pixie is her nickname. Naomi's rear view won the match, which leads me to this. Indy Hartwell, Tegan Knox, and Baron Corbin have been released by WWE, and Corbin may be retiring.
What the feeling?
This means that in 90 days, these 3 wrestlers will be able to have matches again, so we might see them on AEW. I said this to Parker, or no, I said this to my brother. I could see all 3 of these working out in AEW because Indy and Tegan are those striker type of female wrestlers who really get over in AEW.
I could 100% see Indy hitting a pile driver on somebody.
Oh, for sure. 1 second here. Io defeats Bianca, Piper Niven, and Lash Legend in a Fatal 4-Way match, leading up to the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team Women's Championship match at Crown Jewel. Um, Before Belair could cover for the win, Io hit a moonsault, pinning Bianca to win the match. Main event. I really didn't care for this match. It was mid. It's like you got Randy and you got Cody, but then you got Gunther and then Ludwig Kaiser. Like,
You got three superstars who've all been champions,
and then Ludwig Kaiser, which
and then
his
you got
greatest
Kaiser, who
Ludwig's greatest
has Kaiser
accomplishment.
been a tag champ?
Nah, he hasn't had anything. Parker, you know what Ludwig's greatest accomplishment is, though.
Stiffy. Stiffy time.
Parker, you cannot say that.
I can't say stiffy time. Why can't I say stiffy time, man?
An explosive tag team main event, to say the least. It was pretty good. I don't know. Randy Orton hit Gunther with an RKO for Cody to hit Ludwig with the Crossroads and win the match. Literally not even a second after the match, Kevin Owens came out of nowhere to attack Randy with a steel chair. As he did this, Gunther re-entered the ring and locked Cody Rhodes in a sleeper to leave the show off the air.
That was Phineas.
This is why we're never getting any invitations to any events. The Usos and Roman Reigns kicked off Crown Jewel against the Timu bloodline. The Usos showed off their old tag team moves, their elbow drops, their super kicks, their all that. Jacob Fatu kind of owned them. OG Bloodline was in control for most of this. Jay hyped up the crowd for a bit, and instead of tagging in Roman, who hadn't even been in the match yet, he tagged in Jimmy, which didn't really go well. Solo finally got tagged in, and then so did Roman Reigns, leading to the two big superstars of this matchup. What are you watching?
Huh?
Okay. Solo hit two Samoan spikes to win the match. After the match, Solo, Jacob, and the Tongas attacked their opponents, only for Sami Zayn to appear to help the OG Bloodline. But an accident of a Luva kick to Roman Reigns left things a little suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
Jade and Bianca retain, nothing crazy.
Parker.
Can we please just get through this Crown Jewel and we'll be done.
Okay, go, boy.
Piper Niven accidentally hit Vader Bomb on Chelsea Green, allowing the champions a window to hit a Doomsday device to retain the titles. Pretty solid match. I didn't think they were going to retain. We both had different picks for that one.
Yeah, I thought Damage Control was going to win.
I really thought it was going to be Piper.
Yeah, because you're fat, probably.
Yeah. Seth versus Big Bronson Reed, where Seth ended up taking the victory over Bronson.
I picked Bronson. I think Bronson should have won.
As soon as Bronson came out, Seth stormed back up the ramp to attack him before the match even started, leading to a brawl, which was actually good because then they got to use some weapons before the match even started. Bronson hit a massive tsunami on the Visionary. He avoided a second one leading into the stomp, which, it wasn't crazy. He hit a stomp on the steel steps, which actually cut Bronson's eyebrow line. He threw him back in the ring, followed by another stomp, and before he could even get all the way back to, Gorilla, Bronson Reed was back on his feet and wanted more. So I'm hoping that they're gonna do another last man standing match because Seth just goes, "What is wrong with you?" Liv Morgan defeats Nia Jax. I'm not even gonna talk about it. KO versus Randy Orton is sad because the match turned into a brawl and no contest.
I
Sad.
was actually
And Cody
mad sad
versus
about that.
Gunther was made. I'm gonna say it. I did not like Cody versus Gunther. Um, Cody won this match
Mm-hmm.
purely because Gunther is getting cocky because he knows he's good, and he wanted to win the match by
Mm-hmm.
making Cody tap out. So, uh, yeah, I mean, he just got his shoulder
Mm-hmm.
down. He won. Parker, shut up.
Huh?
I retained the BTR Predictions Championship 3-1. I win this because of the Bloodline
32.
match at the beginning.
32.
Just it's 3-2. I win because of the Bloodline match. Parker had the OG Bloodline. I had the new Bloodline. That's gonna be all for this wrestling part. Now, before this podcast started, Parker brought up a cool little topic.
Can I
Um,
talk about it?
yeah, let's talk about it.
So, originally I was gonna start talking about to Jonas just like oh, what do you think's gonna happen? Because there's a bunch of predictions going around now about like what's gonna main event the first Raw on Netflix. Speaking of Netflix, in I think 13 or 14 days now, so I think in about 2 weeks, Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson happening on Netflix. I believe on the 20 or no, this like the 17th or 18th. I'm gonna look it up now.
It's probably 18th.
Um, huh?
It's probably the 17th.
I'm looking it up now, but Jonas, who do you think is gonna win that? I know it's not
I
wrestling, but I'm kind of
I
curious.
have Tyson. I mean, he's been in it for longer. He's still in top shape. He still moves faster, fights faster, thinks
The
faster, is
15th.
smarter.
So we got 11 days actually.
So it's 7 and 4. So it's a Friday.
Yep.
Okay. I think Tyson though. Like I said, he thinks faster. He's smarter. He moves faster. He fights faster. He's stronger. I mean, the only thing is that Jake Paul probably has to land less than Tyson does, but Tyson will probably still hit more.
Yeah. I also think Tyson's gonna win. But I have like all the same reasons for Tyson winning that you do. One thing that I could see Jake winning just because he's younger and a little probably faster. Well, that
Dude,
depends because
Tyson's still
Tyson's
really
like a
fast.
yeah, but I mean Jake's younger, definitely has more stamina, definitely is gonna run out of breath less. So I could see that being that's like a huge factor in that.
But
But
I mean,
I
he's
I feel like
losing.
if Mike can hit like a few
He's
good
almost
face
losing to like
shots,
B tier boxers like KSI. Like if he's gonna lose to them, because
yeah,
KSI
if Jake's
lost to
gonna lose
that.
to like Tommy Fury,
Which Tommy Fury's not bad, but he's not Tyson. You know what I mean?
he's not Tyson level.
Yeah.
I don't. I just thought that would be cool to bring up. I mean,
I
it's
mean, it's
fighting.
kind of related. Yeah. Is that all?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Last word.